Teed up just inside the left side hash mark. Kick from left to right. Gets the whistle. The 10-yard approach. The sweep of the right leg. A high end-over-end kick. Logan Wilson comes up on the far right numbers to collect at the 9. Veers left to the 15-20. Has a seam. And he's pummeled down at the 28-yard line. Tackle made by Derek Branch. And that's where Brendan Sorsby in Cincinnati will start. What do you expect from this Cincy offense here, DP, to start?
Yeah, I think that. So there's two things I think they've got to get going. Some sort of interior run game to keep Nebraska's D-line at bay. And then they'll play matchups and see if they can take advantage of some size outside the numbers.
Wilson, a return of 20 yards. 1st and 10. Ball at the 27-yard line, right hash. Sorsby out of the gun. Single back right, 2 wide left, single man right, and a tight end is Joe Royer right side of the line. 3 down lineman for Hubbard for the Big Red. Sorsby takes a snap off play action, lobs it deep right sideline, coming back to try and make the catch, but it was broken up. That was Caleb Goody on the far side, broke it up near the 45 in plus territory.
Yeah, outstanding job of man-to-man by Nebraska in bringing pressure early with kind of the little variance in the look. They're going to play games pre-snapped and see if these corners can cover.
2nd down and 10, 27-yard line of Cincy. Smoke dominates from the fireworks. Right hash. 3 wide, slot to the right. Pistol snap to Sorsby. Hands off left. Here's Evan Pryor. Weaves between the hash marks across the 30. Traverses his way across the 40-yard line for a first down to the 41. A gain of 13 yards. Malcolm Hartzog on the tackle.
Yeah, Cincinnati going to try a little tempo here. Really good success. Just simple counter. Nebraska's got to tackle better, especially out of the back end.
30 seconds into a scoreless first quarter. Cincy at their own 41, right to left in the All Reds. 5 wide, trips far side right, ball splits the hashes. Sorsby left foot in front of his right. Sends a man in motion in Cyrus Allen. Handed off to him on a jet sweep from left to right. Can't get the edge. He's tripped up by Deshaun Singleton, a team captain. And he brings down Allen after a gain of about 4 yards to the Cincy 45.
Yeah, really nice job running the alley. 8 was clearly enough as he's mano-a-mano out there on the edge. And it's a nice little bounce back. The play before, we saw Singleton kind of lose his footing with the ability to make a tackle. He comes back and gets that one-on-one. That's a difficult play to make.
Scoreless game. Ball rests right hash. Cincy 44. 2 wide each way. Sorsby out of the gun with a single back to his left. That's Evan Pryor. The all-red uniforms. Towel draped on that backside of his pants. Takes the shotgun snap. Zone read handoff. Pryor eludes the first wave and tunnels up the right side hash to Deshaun Singleton. Rides him like a rodeo cowboy at the 47. Brings him down after a minimal gain. It'll be a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, might have got away with a little face mask there, but Nebraska's just got to calm down a little bit. Hitting their fits with good pace. Getting driven back off the ball a little bit. Interesting how Cincinnati's recreating the line of scrimmage early here.
Cincy 47, 3rd down and 4. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Ball rests right hash. Back saddle left of Sorsby. Takes the chest-high snap off play action. Flag down, slings a out route left. That's caught. Cyrus Allen thumped out of bounds inside the 45 of Nebraska to the 43. Deshaun Singleton rides him out, but we'll check the flag. David Alvarez, our lead official of this Big 12 crew.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense. Number 50, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Evan Tangasto on his first ever start, a crucial false start, backs it up to 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Nebraska now gets a chance to put in their rush package. They'll get creative here as we see Winari enter the game here.
Tawi Walker now the running back, saddle left of Sorsby. It'll be a 3rd down and 9 at the Cincy 42, right to left. 2 wide each way, 3 down lineman for Hubbard. Orbit motion from right to left. Waist high snap to Sorsby. Give it to the motion man. Allen makes the catch behind the line, left side, and he's gang tackled. Williams, Winery, Donovan Jones, and others there. Brings down Allen at the 39-yard line, and Cincy will punt.
Yeah, really fleet of foot. A light package playing man-to-man. Donovan Jones gets good penetration and then gets by with a little help from his friends. The gang was all here, and Singleton active early.
Max Fletcher, a fellow Australian punter. We got 2 in the building tonight. Ja'Cory Barney back deep at the 10. punt snap to Fletcher. High end-over-end punt. Barney makes the catch far left hash of the 10. Eludes the initial wave and dodges between the hash marks, smothered at the 11-yard line. A run back of about 1. A punt of 51 yards. An official return of 3. Raiola takes the thigh-high snap, back in 3, slings it out left. That's wide of Emmett Johnson at the 15-yard line. There in coverage, Traven Gullah-Kallard, the free safety, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, interesting little wrinkle from Cincy. They show pressure and get out of it. Actually account for the running back with a little zone dog.
Huskers electing to huddle up. First full year, Dana Holgerson calling the plays. 2nd and 10, Husker 12. 3 receivers, bunch right, Lindemeyer wide left. Snap to Raiola, handoff, angling left. Here's Johnson, sweeps the edge across the 15, outside the numbers, pummeled down at the 17-yard line. A nice pickup on 2nd down, gain of 5, tackled by the cornerback Matthew McDoom.
Yeah, picking up right where EJ left off. The first guy seldom gets him, and boy, does he finish his runs.
First 3rd down of the night here for Nebraska. At their own 18-yard line, ball settles left hash. 3 receivers wide side right. Dane Key is in the middle of the trips. Single man left. Emmett Johnson now motions into the backfield, left hip of Raiola. Leans on that right foot. The second-year signal caller takes the thigh-high snap. 4-man rush. Zips one over the middle. Two-handed glove catch. Ja'Cory Barney was corkscrewed down awkwardly on the right hash at the 24. He has the first down by a yard, but let's check on Ja'Cory. Well, he was twisted down awkwardly.
Boy, that was an ugly tackle. And how about shout out to Gumby? The body is not supposed to bend like that, but boy, Ja'Cory is something else. Well, he is a tough hombre.
No huddle, scoreless game, 10:45 in the first. Huskers have it. 1st and 10 at their own 24. Shotgun snap, Raiola. Hands off at the mesh point to Emmett Johnson. Scoots over right tackle and swallowed up with a flag coming down late at the 27-yard line. Dante Corleone, the big nose tackle on the stop. A gain of about 2 or 3 yards on 1st down. We'll check the flag. Came in late. This Big 12 crew.
See if the second man got caught. A lot of pushing and shoving. Catula having some words.
Conversation taking place on the numbers of the 25. As we get set to adjudicate this, here's David Alvarez. Doesn't look good for the Huskers.
After the play, personal foul, necessary roughness, offense number 59. Half distance to the goal. The down counts. 2nd down.
DB, that's a team captain, Henry Lutowski, after the play.
Yeah, I didn't like the business that was going on at the bottom of the pile. Now, this is the first real, hey, can we overcome it? Anytime you have a penalty on a drive like this, about 61% of the, a little higher than that, 68% of the time, it kills the drive. So Nebraska has got to dial back in. They were in a nice little rhythm.
After converting a 3rd and 5, backed up with a penalty, 2nd and 21. Husker own 13. Raiola under center. Single back is Johnson. Dane Key in motion right to left. Counter handoff right. Here's Johnson. Navigates over right tackle. Upended across the 15 at the 16-yard line. Jaquan Sanks with a Superman lunge on the stop. Be a 3rd down and 17, a gain of 4.
Yeah, you're thinking screens or draws here. You want to take good care of the football with that shadow being casted over the helmet of Dylan Raiola coming out of his end zone.
Huskers need the 34-yard line, their own 34. 3 wide, slot left. Ball rests at their own 15 right hash. Johnson saddled right of Raiola. 2 high safeties, loose coverage across the board. Low snap to Raiola. 3-man twisting rush. Takes the snap, zips it over the middle, caught underneath. Well shy of a first. Luke Lindenmeyer, the tight end, makes the catch. Pummeled backward at the 24. Brian Sims, the 3rd, with the thunderous contact, and it will be a 4th and 9. Huskers will punt.
Yeah, Lutovsky got cleaning up not the pile late. Little acting job by Cincy. Puts Nebraska behind the 8 ball. Not able to overcome it. But some positives coming out of that one because you can control the personal foul.
Well, here's the most interesting man in the world, the Australian punter. Archie Wilson delivers with the left-footed boot off the snap, and Manny Cubby back deep waves that fair catch arm and makes the grab of the 35 of Cincinnati. 42-yard punt in the first ever American football game for the Aussie, the versatile Archie Wilson. We step aside with a break in the action. Nothing quite yet to report. Our score is no score with 9 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Left, 1st and 10, Bearcat 35. Sends Cyrus Allen in motion right to left. Belly's back right. Off the snap, Sorsby slings the screen right to Joe Royer. The tight end smothered in the right flat. Deshaun Singleton's been all over the place today. Gain of a yard.
Yeah, look at the pre-snap look. I mean, they're all over the place. We'll call it a little ox or an exit stunt with your inside backers. You get a free runner hitter. Boy, they are active, just shuttling in body after body.
See Dawson Merritt come on the field. Now he sprints off. 2nd and 9. Ball at the Bearcat 36. 2 backs and a pistol for Sorsby. 3 wide, slot left. Ball rests right hash. Takes the low snap, turn right, hand off. Tommy Walker has a lane, right side edge, turns the corner 40, tiptoes the boundary. Should have a first as he's thundered out of bounds. Gets a yard past the sticks for a gain of 10. Williams Winery was over there in the traffic to make the hit. It will be a Cincinnati first down.
Yeah, Nebraska does a really good job of getting to the point of contact. That play should have yielded a better outcome than ripping off a game like that.
Gain of about 10 yards for the former Wisconsin Badger. Played at Memorial Stadium last year. Bearcat 46 in a scoreless game. 3 wide, 2 receivers stacked left. Sorsby shotgun set. Motions his tight end left, takes a snap, counter handoff over right guard. That's Tommy Walker. Thunders his way to the 45 in plus territory. Wrapped up and swung down by Javen Wright, who's nearing 100 career tackles.
Yeah, this is the difference between tempo and pace. They like their tempo, not an ultra quick pace.
Gain of 9, 2nd and 1, and no huddle look for Cincy in a scoreless game. 7:22 in the first. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snaps. Sorsby steers the pocket left, flips it left sideline. Chest high grab by Cyrus Allen on a right to left cross. Hartzog in coverage shoves him out at the Nebraska 35-yard line. Move the chains again for Cincy.
And Nebraska's got to make a few decisions on the back end with so much pre-snap motion. They're going to have to get settled in. Maybe they won't be able to do as much or have as much movement pre-snap.
8 minutes gone by in the first, no score. Cincinnati at the Husker 35. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends right. Sorsby shotgun set, Walker right hip. Sends Caleb Goody in motion left to right. Takes the shotgun snap off a play fake. Zips it underneath to a crosser. That's caught by the tight end. That's Patrick Gerd, is swung around the waist, and Singleton rides him out of bounds at the 29-yard line of the Huskers.
So much pre-snap eye candy, and Nebraska playing a ton of man-to-man.
Officially a gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Bodies coming in and out. Dawson Merritt is now on the field. 2 backs and a pistol set. 2nd and 4 at the 29 of the Huskers. Allen motions in orbit fashion. Off the snap, handoff. Walker, he's stonewalled over left guard. That's Keona Davis who leads the charge at the 29-yard line. No gain, 3rd down and 4.
I think that's where Cincinnati's going to have a tough time, right? Just downhill run game. But right now, it is a lot of eye candy, the orbit motion.
No huddle look for Cincy. Ball just outside the 29, 3rd and a long 4. 2 wide each way, Sorsby out of the gun. This pro-Husker heavy crowd deafening inside Arrowhead. Walker is the single back. Play clock waning down. 6 reads 5. And we should have a timeout. Play clock was winding down. They're pointing in the Husker direction. Was this a Nebraska timeout?
Yeah, I think Coach Rule didn't like that pre-snap. Little confusion on the back end.
Timeout. Nebraska. They're first of the half. Immediate timeout.
Sorsby, hands extended, takes the snap off a play fake, and a flag is down. A false start will make it a 3rd and 9.
Nebraska really living and dying playing man-to-man. I think now they bring pressure
False start.
in front of
Offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
That's DeAndre Buford, former teammates with Dane Key at Kentucky. That right tackle. Second penalty for Cincy.
Yeah, Nebraska will kind of go with this jet package. They'll get a little lighter, a little quicker up front. One more DB comes into the game as Shavers will come out.
Right now it'd be a 51-yard field goal. 2 wide each way. Ball rests left hash of the 35 of the Huskers. Sorsby out of the gun. Walker saddled left in the all-red uniforms. Hands extended, takes the chest-high snap. 4-man twisting rush, steps up, tucks and runs, angles right, and he backpedals across the 30. He's short of a first down at the 33. He's wrestled down. Cam Lenhart finally brought down the mobile quarterback a yard, possibly too shy of a first down. Early decision. They'll bring out the field goal unit. You like this call early for Cincinnati?
I do. I think they want to get points on the board, and he was hitting the ball pretty well in pregame. I think they feel confident. Nebraska will be aggressive here.
Steven Rusnak with a 45-yard field goal. Max Fletcher to hold between the hash marks. Eli Stein to snap. Kicking towards the goal post to our left. Snap. Kick is down low, end over end. It is good. Splits the uprights. And that is the opening points of this ball game to start a new season. Cincinnati has the opening lead with 4:47 to go in the first. And it's 3-0 Cincy. You're listening to an exclusive broadcast of the Huskers Radio Network. The following may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Huskers Radio Network, which is a division of Playfly Sports. As Nebraska's fastest-growing law firm, Smith Pauley is a proud partner of Nebraska Athletics for innovative legal services and concierge caliber responsiveness. Contact Smith Pauley. Midwest values, national expertise. 8 plays, 38 yards, 4 minutes, 13 seconds, DB. And Cincy has a 3-0 lead with 4:47 of the first.
Yeah, if you're a Cincy fan, you're thinking you settled down. You maybe left a few plays out there on the field. If you're in Nebraska, it's double talk, right? Offensively, you got to clean up a little bit of the discipline. But right now, defensively, you got to throttle down and make some plays.
Kenneth Williams is the deepest back. Caleb Benning also back to our left. Steven Rusnak with the ball teed up at the 35-yard line. Right to left is kickoff for Sale. Rusnak a lefty. 7-yard approach, sweep of that left leg. Low lining end over end kick over the head of Williams. 5 yards deep, bounds in the end zone to our left for a touchback. And the Huskers will start for the second time at their own 25-yard line. Second time we'll see Dylan Raiola. What needs to change here, DB? Second time out for the offense.
I think you like your play calling and you like the sequence. You got behind the sticks with the personal foul. And post play too, it hurts, right? So you're looking at 2nd and 16. I like the running game, especially the few little wrinkles of getting extra linemen to the second level. I would go back to the ground game if I'm Nebraska.
1st and 10, Husker 25. 3-0 Bearcats lead. 3 wide, slot left. Raiola, opening play of this drive out of the gun. Johnson saddled left. Takes the snap, holds it out on a handoff. Johnson accelerates up the middle, grinds his way across the 35-yard line, dragging defenders to the 36 and a gain of 11. Jack Dingle on the stop.
Yeah, outstanding job by Luke Lindenmeyer leading the way. If EJ stays one hole to his right, he may still be running. Really good job up front.
Gain of 11 yards, 4 totes to the rock, 23 yards for EJ. 1st and 10, Husker 36, down 3-zip, 4 wide, 2 and 2. Raiola extends the hands, takes the thigh-high snap, looks left, there's a curl left, that's caught by Isaiah Hunter, his first Husker grab across the 40, and he's gang tackled at the 43. Jake Golday, the returning tackler for Cincy, makes the stop there.
Yeah, big personnel package coming in for Nebraska. Luke Lindenmeyer with such versatility. Carter Nelson checks into the game. Keep an eye. There's always some wrinkle when 29 is on the field.
2nd down and 3. Husker 43 left to right. White top, scarlet pants. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Split backs out of the gun. Hand off on 2nd down and 3. Mosey tries to run left, and he's swarmed for a loss. Back to the 41-yard line. A loss of 2, and that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 5 here, Damon.
I like the 2-back look. It's a nice wrinkle. QB run game would really help them here, keep them honest. But look how Nebraska doesn't have to change personnel groupings.
No huddle, 3rd down and 5. Husker 41. Mosey stays in the game as the slot right, 4 wide. Raiola takes the snap, Looks right, zips it right, caught by Dane Key at the 45. Hops past one across midfield. He has a first down in a plus territory at the 48. Jake Golday makes the tackle, and Dane Key on the score sheet for the Huskers.
Yeah, it's going to test Coach Holgerson's patience. Right now, what we're seeing, quick game works. You're going to settle down and throttle down. Dylan can play catch all he wants to. It's will Nebraska be patient to take what they get?
Gain of 11 yards. 3-0 Cincy, 2:40 on a rolling first quarter clock. Ball at the plus 48. Raiola out of the gun. Takes the snap, holds it out for Emmett Johnson, the single back. Patiently prods forward up the right side hash mark, moving that pile inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, they'll take the game, but EJ will want that one back. One more hole over to his right, and we are cooking.
Jalen White McLean on the tackle, formerly of Old Dominion.
One of these is going to pop.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Huskers in plus territory at the Cincy 42. 3 wide, slot right. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Off a play fake. Back pedals in 2. Pats the feet in a good pocket. Tucks and runs. White wrapped up from behind and brought down by Brian Sims III. Might have lost a yard at the 43-yard line and could get a sack there for Sims.
Yeah, we'll see where they spot it. This is really an actually outstanding job of pass protection. Better coverage downfield.
Still say a 3rd down and 5 of the 43 right hash. Huskers 2 of 3 on 3rd down. Best drive of the night, 2nd offensive drive. Empty backfield, 3 wide left, 2 receivers right. Raiola barks for the snap, takes it, 4-man rush, slants it over the middle. It's Dane Key's got it in stride. And he drags a defender inside the 35, goes down headlong to the 33 as he was beating Logan Wilson on that slant for a first down.
He wins at the line of scrimmage. He's got really good body control. He straightens him up. That's easy pitch and catch right there for Nebraska.
Gain of 9 yards. Ball at the Bearcat 34 under the final minute of the first. Cincinnati a 3-0 lead. Again, they'll spread it out with 4 wide, 2 each way. Johnson, left hip of Raiola. Lindenmeyer motions right to left. Raiola takes a snap. Hand off right. Here's Johnson, bobs and weaves over the tackle. And he's smothered for a gain of 1 to the 33-yard line. Traven Gullah-Collard coming from the secondary for the Cincy tackle. Clock continues to churn now inside 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. This drive continues to roll along here. 9th play coming up.
For a television game, this is a rapidly moving first quarter.
Ball at the Cincy 33. 2 receivers, wide side left, 2 tight ends, right side of the line. Johnson left of Raiola. Takes a snap off a play fake. Wings it wide left, miscommunication. Raiola threw it to the sideline at the 29. Hunter cut to the middle of the field. With 4 seconds in the first, it's 3rd and 9. Classic miscommunication right there.
Yeah.
Once again, another 3rd down. It'll be a 3rd and 9 as Lindenmeyer exits here for the Huskers. Target to look at. That's Key. He's wide right. 2 receivers wide side left. 3rd and 9. Bearcat 33. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Blitz comes. It's picked up. Settles in the pocket. Spirals on left and incomplete. Raiola was hit as he threw left sideline at the 24. And one hop, Isaiah Hunter on a headlong attempt. Dante Corleone put the spearing contact on Raiola.
Yeah, they definitely can win out there.
That brings us to an end of the first quarter. Snap back, hold is down. The right-footed boot, end over end, has plenty of leg. It is good. Right down center. Kyle Kunene with a big hit from deep. 51 away, ties the game at 3.
He's got an absolute hammer. We watched him in warm-ups, and I needed your binoculars because I can't count that high. But I said, is that from 60? It's an 11-play drive. You wanted to get points out of that. You start feeling good, and you settle your defense down here.
Big leg. He made that by a lot to be officially a 52-yarder. That's a new career high. 11 plays, 42 yards, 4 minutes, 51 seconds. That is the Sap Bros Drive Summary. Drive Summary sponsored by Sap Bros Farmers. When you contract your fuel at Sap Bros, enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sap Bros. gives you a jolt of energy in this stadium that's just sort of, DB, been looking for something.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a couple of short drives that yielded points for both teams with a substantial amount of plays given the yards gained.
John Hall comes out for the kickoff, right to left. Logan Wilson is back deep for Cincinnati. So an 11-play drive ends in 3. That's been a big point of contention for Husker fans. Special teams. First year special teams coordinator Mike Eckler. So far, so good. John Hall, the approach kick from right to left. Low knuckling ground ball collects landfall at the 10. And for some reason that was fielded. They'll say it was out of bounds. A kickoff out of bounds.
Yeah, he got a little too cute there. He put the foot out of bounds and almost fielded it before possession, before stepping out.
The receiving team player was standing out of bounds. Kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
That was almost a little too bang.
Well, Damon, special teams giveth and taketh away. You give Cincinnati great field position at the 35 to start this drive.
He almost got a little too cute with that, didn't he?
At first, it looked like he made a major mistake.
Yeah, statistically, the chance to generate points goes up by double digits by starting from the 35 versus the 25.
3-3 game, Cincinnati left to right, 4 seconds into the second quarter. Ball right hash. Sorsby out of the pistol. Single back is Evan Pryor. Takes a snap, handoff Pryor. Starts left, weaves back right. Donovan Jones. Big shoulder padded chest hit at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Yeah, Nebraska's going to be tough on the interior against the Cincinnati run concept between the tackles. That's why we see so much edge work.
Cincinnati goes no huddle. 2nd and 10, no gain for the Bearcat 35. 3 wide, 2 receivers right. You can hear this sea of red. 2 backs and a pistol for Sorsby. Extends the hands, takes the right hash snap off a play fake, drops in 5, zips a deep ball, right side numbers, overthrows Jeff Caldwell at the 15, who is double covered. Donovan Jones, Marquise Buford against that big-time speed of Jeff Caldwell, former FCS standout, incomplete.
Yeah, that's how man-free's supposed to work. He runs by Jones a little bit playing peekaboo, but coming out of the deep half, really good job of having your partners back by Buford. Well, he can run, can he?
3rd down and 10. This crowd grows in volume. 2 safeties, 3 receivers, wide side left. Ball at the Bearcat 35. Sorsby takes the snap. 4-man twisting rush. Steers the pocket right. Slings it along the sideline. Caught by Evan Pryor, who's wrangled up, thrown out of bounds by Marquise Buford. They'll mark him out right at the 40-yard line. That's short of the sticks. And it will be a Cincinnati punt.
Really good job of calming down. The concepts aren't the problem. Your eye discipline was. They did a good job of self-correcting there. Hopefully they can get some momentum defensively.
First 3 and out for Cincinnati.
You got to be careful here. Nebraska's going to try to get a good return out of this, and they are dangerous back here.
Nebraska looks like they're coming after it. Snap back to Max Fletcher, the Aussie punter. Puts the nose of the football down. Barney makes the catch at the 16, works past 1, and they gets pummeled. It's Eli Stein, the long snapper, who makes the hit down the field on special teams. So Nebraska will start inside their own 20. In a 3-3 game with 13:27 to go until halftime. 46-yard punt in motion. Raiola takes a snap on a 4-man push, dumps it underneath left. It's Luke Lindemeyer at the 15, weaves his way between the hash marks across the 20-yard line to the 21. A gain of 5 yards and that quick pitch and catch to the tight end.
Yeah, such a nice little play. Lindemeyer holds. He kind of just leaks out, a little delay. Really forces you to be disciplined defensively. It's tough to stop.
Tempo to the ball, 2nd and 4, Husker 21. 3 wide, 2 to the left. Chest high snap to Raiola, holds it out for Emmett Johnson, tunnels up the middle, bounces off the surging contact and lunges about a yard shy of the first down to the 25. It'll be a 3rd down and a long one here for the Huskers.
So
Emmett Johnson comes out.
We got 3 receivers off and a lot of mass coming on.
Lindenmeyer, one of the tight ends. It's 3 backs underneath center. That's Jalen Grandstatter. Might have been actually Heinrich Harburg who took the snap, and a quarterback sneak, almost a brotherly shove over the center, has a first down and a gain of 2 on that quarterback sneak.
How about the surge? That's a lot of bodies.
It was Harburg, the former quarterback, transition to tight end, who takes the sneak for a Medica first down. Count on Medica to protect your team with affordable group health plans, flexible benefits, and close-to-home care they want. Husker Nation, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Learn more and get a quote at medica.com.
It's almost not fair when you bring in your starting left tackle as an extra blocker.
Tied at 3 minutes into the second. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Toss on the jet sweep from left to right. Isaiah Mosey cannot get the edge. He's twisted down by... look like Antoine Peak Jr. outside the numbers at the 29-yard line.
Boy, Peak Jr. comes from good DNA. Boy, his daddy would hit, and so does Jr. He comes with bad intentions. And how about this open field tackle? That's hard to do on deuce.
Former walk-on from Cincinnati, Ohio, Antoine Peak. 2nd down and 8 on that 2-yard jet sweep. Ball right hash, Husker 29. Huskers empty the backfield with Johnson, who settles slot left. 4 wide, trips left. Snap to Raiola against the 4-man rush. Slants it over the middle. A tumbling catch outside the right hash. Across the 40 to the 41. First career grab for Cortez Mills. First down, Huskers. A Medica first down.
Well, I tell you what, if this one's... oh, boy. Thrown behind, boy, they may need to come back to that one. Nice little trail route against that zone is going to be there.
Tied at 3, snap from the Husker 41. Raiola takes a snap, lobs a deep ball left sideline. Leaping catch on a 50-50 ball. That's Isaiah Hunter goes down at the 34-yard line with a big gain and a Medica first down.
He may want that one back. He keeps his feet. He may walk this one in. But he's taught to high point it. You always want to catch the ball above your eyes. I don't fault that.
Blue
Move
Cross,
the sticks.
Blue Cross, Blue Shield, pass of the game to Isaiah Hunter. Gain of 24 yards. For over 85 years, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska has backed every tackle, touchdown, and triumph. Blue believes in the Huskers, and Blue believes in you.
Now, Cincy reeling here a little bit. Bad body language, bent over.
Left hash snap from the plus 34. Handoff Johnson sprints up the middle. That's a big gash across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Gain of 6. Make that the 28.
It's like the 3rd or 4th run where when you expect to come out of the back end, this is going to pop. Since he looks a little gassed, yet to really sub.
40 yards on the ground for EJ in a tie game at 3, 9:35 for the opening half.
What a good job by Pritchett right there.
Ball to Cincy 28, 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Snap to Raiola, delayed give. Johnson jitterbugs between the hash marks. Jake Golday surrounds Emmett Johnson. A sea of Cincinnati red right at the sticks, perhaps a half-yard shy at the 24.5. 3rd and very short.
Yeah, that's a tough spot. Boy, they have really handled Corleone.
Justin Evans getting that assignment for perhaps a future.
Well, he's a Sunday guy. There's no doubt about that.
Big-time NFL drop pick.
Look at this mass.
Jordan Ochoa is in a 3-point stance. Make that Cam Lenhart. And a handoff to Johnson over right tackle. Powers his way inside the 20 off the I formation. Just moves the pile inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line.
They're going to have to swap out their personnel grouping, but I would stay with it. I mean, they can good on you. Look at them, stay right with it. They are gassed, and Nebraska's recreating the line of scrimmage.
8:28 in the second, tied at 3. Ball at the 14-yard line. Handoff Johnson over right tackle. He swarmed and dropped along the right hash of the 12-yard line. Minimal gain of about a yard. Jonathan Thompson on the twisting tackle.
It didn't yield a great result, but I like the fact that Coach Holgerson is cognizant and in the game. You don't have to show us how smart you are. If it's working, stay with it. That's a really nice little job he just did.
12 yards on that power eye handoff. 2nd and 9, Cincy 12. Raiola under center. Single back Mekhi Nelson. They hand it off on the jet sweep from left to right to the motioning Janiron Bonner. Sweeps the right edge, twists it around. He was lassoed near the shoulder pads by Jaquan Sanks and brought down outside the numbers at the 9. There will be a gain of 3, a 3rd down and 6. 12th play upcoming of this drive.
Yeah, and they've got to I understand taking a knee here. Cincinnati is gassed.
For an injury to a defensive player.
See who that Bearcat is down on the far sideline. Fans, whatever task you're taking on in your outdoor space, all you need is Steel Battery. Mow it, trim it, clean it, clear it. From start to finish, do it all with Steel Battery. Find your local dealer at steeldealers.com. 3rd and 6 at the 9 here, DP. DB is 7.5 to go for the half. Your call here, give you that play sheet. What are you looking at here?
So I like a two-back set. It can be a tight end that's displaced, but I like downhill run game right now. You don't have to do it in a condensed or what I'd call a tight formation. I would go at the heart of this Cincinnati defense. You're thinking 2 downs to make 5 yards here if I'm Coach Holgorsen.
Jonathan Thompson, the will linebacker, was down for Cincinnati. That's been since cleared. Big 3rd down and a tie game at 3. Huskers looking for their first touchdown of the new season. Raiola out of the gun, telling this Husker-heavy crowd to quiet down. 4 wide, 2 each way. Johnson left hip.
5 in the box here. Yeah, I think you got to run the football.
3 down linemen. 2 backers. Lindenmeyer in motion right to left. Snap to Raiola, who keeps it. Now flings it left flat. Caught by twisting. Lindenmeyer drags a defender near the goal line, and he's down inside the 1.
Fantastic play call. So they had a +1 over here towards Lindenmeyer. Get on the ball and run it again. Give me some of that mass.
Raiola pulled it after a Medica first down, setting up now 1st and goal inside the 1.
You can know what's coming, and it may not matter.
Heinrich Harburg is inside that huddle right now. We saw him on a quarterback sneak. Raiola under center. A T formation. And Elijah Pritchett jumped at left tackle.
Hey, he's got to shake that off. He had that problem in fall camp, and it kept him on the sidelines a little bit. You got to shake it off, big fella. Snap it again.
False start. Offense, number 57, 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
That was going to be the first 6 points for Janarian Bonner. Pritchett will get him back. He'll buy him some lunch.
So Pritchett, the false start. Huskers came out in that T formation, 3 backs in a horizontal line in the backfield. This changes things perhaps just outside the 5, left hash of the 6.
Again, 4 downs for 5 yards. Don't hang your hat. Snap it again. Play ball.
Raiola shotgun set. 2 tight ends right. Johnson the single back right. Raiola takes the snap. Hands it off. Johnson fights his way up the left side hash and turn back. There to make the hit, Xavier Williams, his 4th Division I stop. Johnson to the 5, minimal gain, 2nd and goal. So that false start in what was trending to be 6 backs this thing up.
Go back to 10 personnel and spread it out and still run the football. You control the numbers in the box. Use Lindenmeyer.
14th play of the drive. Ball at the 5, left hash, 3 wide, 2 receivers right. Shotgun snap, Raiola off a play fake. Fade pattern, back left to the end zone. Overthrows Isaiah Hunter. Well covered by Matthew McDoom, the 5'9" corner.
Yeah, they're allowing this secondary to play.
DB, you get a couple of yards here. Do you think about it on 4th down or just take the lead in the points?
So I'm calling this play right now if I'm Coach Holgorsen, knowing I have another one in the bag. You're thinking 2 downs to make 5 yards. You are not kicking a field goal here unless there's a loss.
Ball at the 4.5-yard line, left hash. 2 receivers near left. That's Hunter and Key. Heinrich Harburg is the solo wideout right. Snap to Raiola. Pats the feet in a good pocket. Now slides left. Tucks and runs. Now zips one low left. Broken up a yard deep. It was Heinrich Harburg crossing from right to left. Logan Wilson, the pass breakup in the left side end zone. 4th and goal now.
Yeah, no yards gain. You got to kick it now.
So Kyle Kunanen, who had a 52-yard field goal to put the Huskers on the board, a career high, his first field goal of 50-plus. In his redshirt sophomore season, will have a boot here from about 23 away, left hash. Camden Cook to hold. Snap back, and the hold is down. The kick is right through. This is Kyle Kunanen who will kick it away. We've seen Hall and Kunanen low end-over-end kick over the head of Matthew McDoom, who's back for the first time on kickoffs. Lands 3 yards deep in the first eye in Cincinnati end zone left. So with 5:36 left here in the opening half, Cincinnati will start at their own 25 and will step aside with a break in the action. Nebraska leads Cincinnati 6-3. Bearcat 25 takes a snap. Handoff. Here's Covey. Angles right and smothered. Twisted down for no gain at the 25-yard line. There to make the hit to Son McCullough.
Yeah, that's just not going to be there. 2 back between the tackle run game is just not going to be there. You have to get back in some sort of spread or orbit motion.
Bearcat no huddle. 3 wide left, 1 to the right. Ball at the Bearcat 25. Sorsby takes the waist-high snap off play action. Back in 3. Keona Davis on his heels, swings it right, caught a stumble. No, we'll say drop. Mitty Covey on a swing route at the 19-yard line. The ball lands incomplete. Quickly 3rd and 10.
This is big right now. If you're a Bearcat fan, which we clearly are not with the Homer Network, this is danger time. I get it. It's a 1-score game, but you are leaking oil defensively. You don't want to give the ball right back.
Williams Winery was on his heels. 3rd and 10. Bearcat 25. 5 wide, 3 receivers left. 3 down linemen, 5 hover for the Huskers. Empty shotgun set. Snap to Sorsby. 5-man rush. Whistle stop plays. They throw a fade right. Was dropped, but it's going to be a false start. Pre-snap penalty. There's David Alvarez, part of our Big 12 officiating crew.
Prior to the snap. False start. Offense.
That's vintage affecting the quarterback. Pre-snap.
3rd Cincy penalty. And like you said, as Matt Rule said at his press conference, this is going to be home field light, but boy, it doesn't feel light right now. About 99% Husker fans inside Arrowhead Stadium to open the season. 6-3 Nebraska, 5:05 for the half. After the penalty, ball is back at the Bearcat 20. Flag was on the center, Gavin Gerhardt, 3-time captain. 4 wide, 2 each side. Sorsby with a back to his right. Allen in orbit motion right to left. Takes the snap, looks left, tries to load up a screen right, steers outside the numbers, throws it away. Just sailing that one out of bounds near the 24. Nothing doing downfield.
Yeah, that's a really good job. You could just progressively see the defense start to get better when they get their 2nd straight 3 and out. They're getting a good bead on Cincinnati offensively. And the Bearcats can't keep them honest because they can't run the ball between the tackles.
Max Fletcher, career average of 43 yards per boot after the 2nd consecutive 3 and out. Ja'Cory Barney is back at the Husker 30. Fletcher with the heels on his own 5. Takes a snap, few steps to his right. A high end-over-end punt. Waving for the fair catch is Ja'Cory Barney. Outside the left hash of the Husker 40-yard line. That is a 40-yard punt. We'll keep it here with 4:53 in the opening half. 6-3 Nebraska. The Husker Nation travels well with the Lincoln Airport, the official airport of Husker Athletics. With convenient flights and hassle-free service, it's LNK for the win. Visit LincolnAirport.com. Well, DB, how about this Husker defense? They've settled in a big way.
Yeah, it's fun to watch because you could just tell they're young. They're a little inexperienced in some key spots. You're really experienced on the back end. The back end is starting to settle down a little bit, and now the guys are having fun getting schemed up front.
1st and 10, Husker 41, right to left. Gunnar Katula back at left tackle. 2 receivers stacked right, 1 to the left. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Handoff. Here's Johnson. Swerves right. Turns the corner between the hash marks across midfield. Gain of 11 to the Bearcat 48-yard line. 1st down.
You can just feel the surge and momentum of what's happening up front.
Traven Gola-Kallard with the stop from his safety position. Ball across midfield. Bearcat 48, 6-3 Huskers. 4:26 on a turning 2nd quarter clock. Snap to Raiola, dumps it right flat to Emmett Johnson. Breaks an ankle tackle, trudges outside the numbers, inside the 40. Spears down to the Bearcat 39. A gain of 9 yards on the little flip pass.
This guy's pretty good, isn't he? First guy just never brings him down. It's uncanny. I mean, clearly, defender has an advantage there, and he still doesn't get him to the ground.
Raiola's completed 11 of his first 16, just over 100 yards.
How about the quick game? Getting it out of his hands.
Dana Holgerson's staple, right, DB?
Yeah.
2nd and 1. Bearcat 39. Out of the gun is Heinrich Harburg, who hands off to Johnson, swivels the hips over right guard outside the hash, moves the pile in short yardage for a first down to the Bearcat 35. Well, we know who the short yardage guy is, and Harburg just showing himself. Johnson able to swerve for a first. That's a Medica first down.
Boy, Gatula, Latovsky, I'm just doing a really good job surging up front.
One of the strengths of this team that was banged up in spring, Mekhi Nelson, the single back now at the 35 of Cincy. After the first down, 6-3 Nebraska, 3:05 here for the second. Raiola under center, takes a snap, turn, handoff Nelson, swerves left, and he's met rudely. That was Jake Golday right over center at the 35. No gain for Mekhi Nelson. We've seen 3 running backs so far, DB. We've seen Johnson, we've seen Nelson, we've seen Mosey. Mostly Johnson.
Really good job. As Teddy Prohaska has now kind of officially established himself back playing in that interior. 65 looks good. All 6'10 of them.
Cincy 35, ball rests, 2nd and 10. 3 wide right, slot left. Johnson motions right to left. Settles in the inner third of that trip. Raiola empty shotgun set, takes a snap against a 3-man rush. Rolls right, points downfield, guns one right, sideline! Coming back to make the grab. No, they say incomplete. Ja'Cory Barney along the boundary at the 17-yard line. Went off his chest, landed to the sideline paint.
Yeah, it's pretty good communication as Barney broke the route off, working his way back to Dillon. That's one that Barney makes quite a bit.
So now a 3rd down and long. It's like it hit him right on the chest. 8 seconds away from our first 2-minute timeout. Cincinnati scrambling a little bit to get personnel on the field.
Yeah, Nebraska converting 66% of their 3rd downs. That dog will hunt.
Cincy 35, empty shotgun set. Johnson goes wide right, trips bottom side left. Waist-high snap to Raiola. 4-man rush, rolls right, and he got stripped from behind as he's blasted down to the turf. Ball is loose. Beanbags hit the natural grass of the 37. And it looks like Nebraska hopped on top of it.
That's where the evolution of his game has to get better. A little bit better sense of urgency and feeling that backside pressure.
Recovered by the offense. This is the 2-minute timeout.
Jonathan Thompson, backside pressure, stripped that thing free. And it was picked up by Raiola on his seat of his pants at the 37. It's the 2-minute timeout presented by your local Nebraska Kubota dealers, proud sponsor of Husker football. Find a local dealer at nebraskakubotadealers.com.
Tell you what, 37-yard line. It's 4th and 14 or 4th and 12. It's a 54-yard field goal attempt, or you could punt it away and play defense. Wouldn't surprise me if they took a shot at it, but you get the ball back at half. You think you have a good beat on Cincy's offense. You try to kill this deep, let Archie show off here a little bit.
And also the way the defense has been playing, right? Yeah. 2 quick 3-and-outs. If you can utilize your timeouts here, you have 2 left. If you can get a quick 3-and-out, you can get the ball back with some time. It's
not quite no man's land because it is a 54-yarder, but you hate to punt from inside the 40.
The Australian sensation. To punt this away, takes the punt snap, a step to his right, little pooch.
Look at this.
Wobbler lands at the 9, bangs out of bounds far side. And there you go, perfect. So minute 54, if you force a 3-and-out with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, that's ideal. That's how you work it. You probably get, depending on what happens on first down, you won't use your timeout. You'll call your first 2 quick, right? After first down, after second down. 3rd down, the play clock will run, obviously. But if you're Cincinnati, you're not really moving the ball. You're not going to try a whole lot. Just be disciplined here defensively.
28-yard punt for Archie Wilson. Pins Cincy at the 9, left to right. Minute 54. Cincy has all 3 timeouts in the second down, 6-3. Sorsby shotgun set. Back to his left, takes the snap. Keeps it, pulls it, runs left, swerves outside the numbers across the 15, and he swamped under at the 18-yard line from behind. Sean Singleton made the stop after a sweeping run to the left of 8 yards.
Yeah, that's really their run game. That's what they've got. Now it changes the way you want to use your timeouts. You want a negative play here, and then you maybe get one.
2nd and 1, left hash from the 18. Sorsby loads up a screen left, throws it high. And
now
was that caught? It was. Walker got blown up by Javen Wright at the 14-yard line.
Get your timeout, Coach.
Well, Coach Rule was about 5 yards on the field to call that second timeout of the half.
That's how you work it. They did you a favor with a negative play, and you get the timeout.
Nebraska.
You're dead on, DB. That's exactly what you wanted. A negative play, now a 3rd and 5. If you're Cincinnati, you run the ball. You don't get it. You call timeout. You get the ball right back.
And they owe Nebraska some time. What? All right. Okay, good job. We got 9 seconds put back on the clock. Thank you. Here we go. That's ideal. Cincy, I don't love the screen call on 2nd and 1. But, hey, we'll take all gifts. Yeah. Sometimes people say we don't know how, we can't have nice things. Sometimes you just have to figure out how to receive nice things. We'll take it.
Head scratching to say the least. Husker fans, stay healthy and active with natural chiropractic care. Did you know that chiropractic is safe and effective for all ages? It is proven to treat pain, improve mobility, and prevent injury. Find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraskachiropractic.org. Stay active with chiropractic. Well, a gigantic 3rd and 5 here.
Yeah. If you're Cincinnati, you better be careful.
Bearcat 14 amidst this wall of Big Red Sound. Left hash, left to right, 2 receivers, short side left. 1 receiver right. Sorsby takes a snap, pulls it, runs left, around the edge of the 15. Williams Nwaneri smothers him right near the sticks.
Short.
And if he's short, DB, it might be by a half yard. You can hear that rule.
Horrible spot.
Right at the 19.
Oh, they're moving the sticks.
He needed the 19. He got right at the 19.
Oh, boy.
6-3 Huskers. Minute 10, second quarter. Left hash snap to Sorsby. Drifts back to throw. Dumps it to an underneath crosser. Goody made the catch. Got popped. Ball's loose, but they say incomplete. They say the process of the catch was not complete, as Vincent Shavers with a big bouldering impact over the middle.
That's why they call that guy V9. That looked like a catch. They may take another look at this one.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
It was Caleb Goody on a right-to-left cross near the 25-yard line. Make it the 20-yard line. It was Shavers.
Yeah, I don't know, KC.
On a headlong shouldering hit.
They got to take a look at this one.
Oh, that's a catch, DB. That's a catch and fumble.
They got to take a look at this one. Call timeout.
Got to stop play here.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to take a look at that one.
This play is under further review. The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
That can change just about everything.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Nebraska gets the ball at half. This is trouble time.
Well, we're in a Hogemeyer official review. Hogemeyer, the right seed, right here with local service and world-class corn and soybean products backed by Corteva Agri-Science. Learn more at therightseed.com. Well, looking at the replay, it looked like a completed catch and a tuck.
He certainly made a football move. He's put that ball away. You got that's Nebraska's ball. This should take you about 5 seconds. Take the headsets off. That is Nebraska's ball. That's a football move. He's completed control.
And there's a clear recovery as well by the defense, which is big. Williams Nwaneri picked up the loose football.
Coach Holgerson's got the headsets on. Raiola should be warming up. Get your offense out there. They're just basically looking to see where the recovery was made. Should be Nebraska's ball about 24-yard line maybe.
Vincent Shavers on the explosive hit.
OV9. Missed a lot of time in fall camp with the hammy. And now you get the fan base loose.
Listen to this.
They're writing down where it was recovered. All but guaranteed here, KC.
That's how the reason this Review probably is a little bit longer because they need to figure out the spot after the clear recovery from Williams-Winery.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed. It is a completed pass with a fumble recovered by Nebraska. It will be 1st and 10 Nebraska at the 24-yard line.
And we nailed the yard line. How about that?
Clock to 103, please. 103.
Dane Key here working in the slot.
Raiola takes the chest-side snap, fades back in 3, surveys, steps up in a crumbling pocket, steers left, zips it left, caught by Hunter, shakes past 1, tiptoes the boundary, out of bounds, inside the 10 to the 9. That's a Medica first down, a 1st and goal for the Huskers.
Now the key here is Cincinnati plays so much zone. It's a condensed area of the field. Receiver quarterback has to be on the same page here.
Gain of 15, Huskers to the ball, Bearcat 9, right to left, ball left hash. 3 wide, slot left. Raiola out of the gun, Johnson left hip. Takes the snap, holds it out, handoff Johnson. Swerves up the middle, pounds his way up the left hash, and works inside the 5. We'll say just outside the 5 to the 6. 2nd and goal, clock churns, 43 seconds, you have 1 timeout.
Got a sense of urgency, but you're not in a hurry. Half's going to end with you having the ball regardless.
Ball is at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. Attacking the goal line to our left. 3 receivers wide side right. They're taking a lot of time.
Yeah, you got to snap the ball now.
10 on the play clock. Raiola sends a man in motion right to left. That's Shakori Barney. Raiola takes a snap. Fade route. Back right of the end zone. 50-50 ball. Was it caught? Touchdown, Huskers. Fade route, back right of the end zone, going up high to make the catch, Isaiah Hunter for the Husker touchdown. A 50-50 ball up high, back right of the end zone. They went to that fade route a couple of times. A leaping helmet-high catch and a tiptoe on the catch over Matthew McDoom, the 5'9" corner, and the first touchdown in Big Red for Isaiah.
Yeah, all scoring plays will be reviewed. He had the bobble, but he did the right thing. Perfect ball placement. You want to catch the ball above your eyes. They'll take a look at it, but the throw was on the money.
Under further review.
Take an extra look at it. A Hogemeyer official review. Hogemeyer, the right seed right here with local service and world-class corn and soybean products. Backed by Corteva Agri-Science. Learn more at therightseed.com. We'll take a look at it. High throw. Apex of the leap. Hunter makes the catch. I think he gets that right foot down twice after making the catch.
There's the bobble.
Makes the catch. Right cleat. Does it get down? It does. That right toe, it looks like, for Hunter. It's a high spiraling fade back right of the end zone. A face mask high catch from Isaiah Hunter over Matthew McDoom in the back right of the end zone. I think there's no doubt about this, TV.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think he did regain possession. Oh, boy.
Little bobble towards the end.
Yeah.
I think that's
is there enough? Well, they're going to earn their money. Well, that knee is not down, and he does have possession. That knee is not down. The toe is. I don't think this is enough to overturn, but we are part of the Homer Network. I'm already working on my math, B-Mac. You know what I'm thinking. No fingers, no toes needed for this one. Just give me the go-ahead.
Verbiage changing this year on the replay announcements. You'll hear upheld this year or overturned.
Boy, he has been that guy in fall camp, too. Had a little bit of a hammy, but, boy, he runs it. He is super competitive, and he'll let you know about it.
How about the night for him? Leads the way in yardage and receptions. 4th grab for now. They're showing the replay. I think the biggest thing is here. Does he have possession coming down to the ground?
I think the toe's down before the knee.
After further review, the ruling of a touchdown is upheld.
Easy breezy, lemon squeezy.
Sometimes you need that official review, and the Huskers now take a 2-possession lead. First touchdown of the new year, Isaiah Hunter. Welcome to the Big Red.
How about
5
this?
yards.
You want the math? Since it was a tandem effort, 5 minus 1, that's 15, that's 4. 3 minus 1, that's 13, that's 2. 4 + 2 = 6. Give me all of them.
And how big was that takeaway before the end of the half? Big hit from Shavers, the recovery from Winery, caps a 3-play, 24-yard drive for the All-State extra point, Kyle Kunanen. Camden Cook to hold, snap back, hold is down. The kick is good. An All-State extra point. Hey, Husker fans, some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Visit allstate.com or call a local agent for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. 3 plays, 24 yards, 51 seconds. Drive summary sponsored by Sapros Farmers. When you contract your fuel with Sapros, enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. Power your operation with your partner in ag, Sapros. 11 seconds left here for the opening half after that touchdown for Isaiah Hunter. 13-3, Nebraska leads. First touchdown of the new year on a 5-yard fade pattern back right of the end zone. All the momentum with the home crowd for Nebraska.
Well, that is something else. What a momentum swing. You were working the clock correctly, too. Since he did do you a solid, but you'll take it, especially in an opener.
It goes back to that screen pass that went through.
Yep.
Kyle Kunanen on for another kickoff from right to left. 7-yard run-up, little pooch end-over-end kick, and a fair catch way for Gavin Grover on special teams. Cincinnati will start at their own 25. Tonight's broadcast is sponsored in part by Currency, a specialized online lending solution for heavy machinery, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, and other equipment. Businesses get equipment with Currency. Visit gocurrency.com for details. All right, 11 seconds left for the half. 13-3 Nebraska. DB, just a victory formation knee here. Not quite victory formation, but you get the gist.
Yeah, they'll take this to half, and Nebraska's going to regroup. They're going to try to double down on what they're saying defensively. And then offensively, man, clean up the penalties a little bit and stay with the ground game.
Sorsby takes the pistol snap from the 25, takes a few steps forward, takes a knee. Boy, this one is not looking great right away, but all the momentum has swung to the Big Red. You can hear this crowd as Raiola leads the charge into the tunnel. That touchdown to end the half after the defensive takeaway. Our score at the break, Nebraska 13, Cincinnati 3. Rusnak, 6-yard run-up, left-footed boot, line drive, end-over-end kick. Kenneth Williams puts his hands by his hips, lands on the A in Cincinnati end zone left for a touchback. All right, TB, your thoughts on this offense so far? Of course, capped with a touchdown, and your thoughts on Dylan Raiola here tonight.
Yeah, he's in a nice little rhythm, utilizing quick game, which I like. Listen, he's been efficient. He's 13 of 19, just above 21, but the completion percentage right around 70%. And he's decisive with the ball. Outside of the slow clock on the scramble, what was knocked out of his hand, I feel like his feel for the game is pretty good.
First and 10 for the Huskers. Start the third quarter. Husker 25 left to right, up 10 points. Raiola shotgun set. Johnson single back left. Shotgun snap. Raiola curl route over the middle. Chest high grab. Dane Key is planted down to the earth. Big hit from Antoine Peak Jr. and others. Minimal gain to the 29, gain of 4.
Yeah, that's just how they started the game, right? Low stick route. A lot of holes in that zone. Stay on schedule, be patient.
Dane Key, that's his 4th catch for 24 yards.
Pretty good balance, right? 2 with 4 and 1 with 3, spreading the wealth.
He's swinging left on 2nd and 6. Around that left edge, making the catch. Ja'Cory Barney was wrapped up by Logan Wilson, brought down right near the sticks, about a half-yard shy to the 34.5-yard line, third and about an inch.
Well, he took a good shot there. Well, he is wiry. Tough customer.
Meanwhile, Harburg goes from under center. Another quarterback sneak. A Medica first down across the 35 to the 36. What is that, the second time, DB, we've seen Harburg under center on that short yardage?
Yeah, we are in, it's an NFL stadium. The tush push is in full effect. And Nebraska been very efficient. And how about this? It's not just your local convenience store. 7 of 11 on third down.
Big tonight on third down for this offense. 90 seconds into the third, up 13-3. Ball rests Husker 35. One wide each way. Dane Key in motion right to left. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Handoff. Here's Johnson. Bounces left outside the numbers. Brian Sims bear hugs him for a loss of 2 yards. Back to the 34 of Nebraska.
Yeah, it's one where your O-line coach is mad at your running back coach. If he stays to his right, this play is well blocked. He decides to follow pullers. I get it. But man, I like these little wrinkle concepts. They're running with counter, misdirection, and a little duo.
2nd and 12, Husker 34. 3 wide, slot left, snap to Raiola. Back in 3, surveys, ropes one over the middle, caught by Dane Key on the midfield logo. He's spared down at the 49 of Nebraska. First down, Huskers, a Medica first down.
Just get the sense they're on the same page now, right? They're seeing the same things defensively. Dylan is in a little bit of a rhythm throwing the football. That's just his 22nd pass attempt. It seems like more. But they've had good balance because you've had 23 carries on the ground.
Gain of 15, ball rest shy of midfield. Husker 49, up 13-3, 12-20 in the third. Raiola under center, single back Johnson. Snap, spin, handoff Johnson up the middle. Tries to bob and weave left. Jonathan Thompson tears him down to the earth after a gain of maybe half a yard. Second and about 9.5.
I'm not very good at math, but with 24 rushes and 22 pass attempts, is that pretty good balance?
Pretty good balance. That's what Dan Holgerson wanted, right?
Yeah.
3+ minutes in, third quarter. Ball at the 49, splits the hash marks. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends right. Low snap out of the gun. Raiola zips one, slant left, caught. A grab made by Quinn Clark coming back to the ball at the 44 of Cincinnati. Torn down outside the numbers. Presents a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3.
It's early, but I'm trying to pay attention to Cincinnati's body language here defensively as they sub out their whole second unit. Not deep up front, and it's starting to show, even though we're just fresh out of halftime.
First career catch for the 6'5 Quinn Clark, a gain of 7. Ball at the Cincinnati 44, up 10 points. Raiola under center, sends Hunter in motion left to right, takes it. Handoff here towards Johnson, swivels the hips over left guard, and he's stonewalled short of a first. He got a yard to the 43 of Cincinnati outside the hash marks.
Isn't this interesting?
Decisions.
I think I'd go for it. You know, it's 4th and 2. You're running the ball well down, a long 2, closer to 3. You can go hard count. You have to have a play in the repertoire. You've got to have a play you can run here, though.
2 receivers right. Cincinnati 43. A 4th and 2. Raiola shotgun set.
You can play catch out here.
Motion right to left, takes the shotgun snap, looks right, comes back left, slings it left, almost intercepted, and perhaps taken back for a pick 6 by Logan Wilson had he hung on. Instead, it's a turnover on downs. Man, what a break.
Yeah, I really like Dane Key, like right now. Just got to bang it. He was open. He tries to come backside. When you're in quick game and you pump fake, you're probably in trouble.
Yeah. Emmett Johnson, the intended target. 4 at the line of scrimmage for Nebraska. Snap, sidearm sling, Sorsby to the tight end, right flat. That's Joe Royer, who's sent high in the air. Marquise Buford with a Superman lunge. Went for the ankles of Royer, went flying in the air down to the Cincy 46.
Cincinnati just doesn't have a way to keep Nebraska on balance schematically. They just can't keep them honest with no interior run game.
I'll say officially gain of 4, Cincinnati 47. Past the 10-minute mark, third quarter. Down 13-3 of the Bearcats. Sorsby spreads it out with 3 wide, slot right. Single back left is Pryor. Orbit motion right to left. That's Allen. Snap off a play fake. Sorsby drops the throw. Steps up, slides left, looks downfield, tucks and runs along the numbers 45, left side to midfield, and scampers out of bounds. Deshaun Singleton runs him out at the 45 of Nebraska. And a first down for Cincy.
Yeah, just a little bit of the inexperience from Winari. Makes an inside move and lets Sorsby out the back gate.
Gain of 8 yards, no huddle, down 10 points. Cincy right to left, Husker 45. Clap for the snap for Sorsby. Holds it out on a handoff. Pryor turns the corner, left side numbers. Dragged down from behind, Williams-Winery along with Javen Wright. An excursion inside the 40 down to the 38. And some chunks here for Cincinnati, gain of 7.
Yeah, playing with a little tempo now. Not just pace. They're snapping it quickly.
Ball at the Husker 38. Scrambling a bit defensively. 3 wide right, single man left. Snap to Sorsby and a play fake. Zips one near left, going up the ladder, incomplete. At the 25, Jeff Caldwell trying to make a twisting one-handed catch with a white-gloved hands. Marquise Buford helped jar that ball free at the 25 with a shouldering impact, 3rd and 2.
That is a tough matchup, mano-a-mano, and Nebraska willing to play it.
Late subs coming in here, perhaps an extra tight end.
3rd and short. Nebraska likes their defensive package. Just 1 of 5 on 3rd down for the Bearcats.
Riley Van Poppel on the nose. It's a 3rd and 2. Husker 37. Spread it out 3 wide, 2 to the right. Sorsby takes a shotgun snap. Pumps left, loads a screen right. That's dropped. Evan Pryor at acres of space right flat. He dropped it at the 38-yard line. He would still be running. Instead, it's incomplete. 4th and 2.
Yeah, play fake. Eyes not where they need to be at the top of the screen. Shavers gets rubbed in man-to-man on a little pick route. Javen Wright, I should say. Excuse me. Sorry, V9. I don't want to blame you.
And Evan Pryor's lightning quick. He would have taken off for a big gain instead.
And
4th and 2.
Nebraska's got to exchange responsibilities there. That's a tough play for Wright to make.
Husker 37. Pistol set Sorsby. Takes a snap. Fakes the jet. Option left. Spears outside the left numbers. Turns the corner for a first down. And a heartbeat continues on this drive for Cincinnati to the 34-yard line of the Huskers. Gain of 3 on 4th and 2 for Brendan Sorsby. That dual threat with his legs, 13-3 Nebraska. No huddle for Cincy. Snap to the 33 in Husker territory. Handoff Pryor, wiggles his way out over left tackle on the numbers to the 29-yard line. Vincent Shavers helps drag him down with some tempo. Gain of 4 yards. And meanwhile, for the Huskers, Keona Davis remains in a seated position,
Officials
injured.
timeout.
Yeah, he's played a heck of a game so far. And Cincinnati's starting to put a little something together and had much success since that opening drive. Or actually, the first quarter.
At Noddle Companies, our roots run deep through Husker Nation, continuing to develop great places throughout our community. We're looking forward to another year of excellence and cheering on Husker football. We'll step aside with a break in the action. 8:11 to go in the third. Nebraska 13, Cincinnati 3. This is the Huskers Radio Network. Joe Royer, the tight end left. Clapping the snap to Sorsby. Handoff, Tommy Walker. Traverses outside the numbers, inside the 25. Peeled down to the 22-yard line. Marquise Buford brings down Walker, who's a bowling ball in open space. First down.
Yeah, he doesn't give you much to hit. 5'8", about 220. Built low to the ground. Cincinnati's had a little bit of success. It's power. They're just leading up with the H-back. Right off tackle.
1st and 10, Husker 22. Clap for the snap. End around on the reverse. Right to left, turn to the edge of the 20. 15, Cyrus Allen inside the 10. Little trickery as Buford thumps him out inside the 10. 1st and goal for Cincinnati at the 7-yard line. They fake the give, toss that end around from right to left, and Cyrus Allen has set up the Bearcats 1st and goal.
Yeah, fell asleep on the backside. You're not going to make that play running it down from the backside if you're McGahee. You've got eyes in the backfield playing counter, boot, reverse. You are not going to chase that play down from the backside. Stay home.
15 yards on the misdirection. 1st and goal from the 7. Pistol set Sorsby. Gavin Grover, the tight end, motions into the backfield. Snap, turn left on a keep from Sorsby. Sweeps the near left edge. Dives headlong to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown Bearcats. A sweeping run to the left. Sorsby got outside the numbers, dove headlong, and the Bearcats right back in it with 6:53 to go in the third quarter. It's 13-9 now Huskers.
Yeah, Cincinnati finding something with lead blockers on the perimeter, out leveraging Nebraska defensively. The next adjustment has to be had by Coach Butler, whether it's been QB sweep or just off tackle like blast. They're softening that corner, and they're getting there.
7 yards on the sweeping run to the left. Caps a 10-play, 57-yard drive for the Bearcats' first touchdown of the night. Steven Rusnak with the point after. Snap back hold from Max Fletcher, and the left-footed kick is up and good. Right now, the heartbeat is back for Cincy in hostile territory. They bite back with a 10-play drive with 6:53 to go in the third frame. Rusnak the approach. High pinwheeling kick. Williams returnable from the 1 far left side to the 10, 15, sprints to the 20, and he's rounded up, thrown down at the 21-yard line. And that's where the Huskers will start, about a 20-yard return for Kenneth Williams.
Got a shot at one. Now the offense has got to come back and settle down. Found some things you felt like could give you a chance to work. Discipline here as a play caller. Play to your strengths and settle your troops down.
Turnover on downs to start the quarter for the Huskers, up 13-10, 6:48 third.
You left the fourth down out there. You had Key open. Don't be discouraged. Clean it up.
21-yard line of the Huskers. Snap, spin, play fake. Raiola steers the pocket right, flips it right, flat dropped. On the numbers at the 22, Emmett Johnson was wide open. Same thing happened for the Bearcat running back and Evan Pryor. Almost a repeat.
Yeah, nice design. He was waiting for Lindemeyer to come open on a little crossing route. He takes the safe route. That's a play EJ makes 9 times out of 10.
Well, the pressure grows if you have a one-possession game. You get later in this thing, mistakes amplify.
Yep.
2nd and 10, Husker 21. Slot left, one man on the right. Barney in motion, left to right, handoff off the snap. Johnson bangs it out left, 25, 30, first down and more. Runs over a grown man across the 35, out to the 37-yard line. Big run from EJ. And a Medica first down.
Yeah, that's a really good job of an experienced play caller. Downhill run game, playing to your strengths. Good job by Hunter sealing the edge. And a good, solid finish from Emmett Johnson, who wasn't upset about the earlier drop.
Gain of 11, ran over Xavier Williams. Husker 37, left hash snap, off a play fake. Raiola steps up in a crumbling pocket, slings it wide right underneath. Johnson breaks one tackle, able to hop forward up the numbers. There to clean it up, Jake Golday brings down Johnson after the catch to the 41 of the Huskers, gain of 4.
Really nifty footwork from Raiola, and equally as good a footwork from EJ. It's 2nd and 6. That's a win on first down. Get back to some downhill run game here. Put yourself in third, manageable.
Broke the initial tackle attempt of Taden Barnes. Sets up a 2nd and 6. Husker 41, right hash. Raiola out of the gun, takes the chest high snap, pulls it out on a handoff. Johnson angles out left and cannot get the edge. Jake Golday swings him down at the 41. No gain, DB.
Oh boy, game of inches. Gutula stays locked. You've got a chance. Well-designed play. Gutula just couldn't finish him off there. Boy, I like that design.
1 extra second. He takes that to the corner and he's gone. 3rd and 6. Nebraska 41, left hash. 3 receivers, wide side right. Luke Lindemeyer, tight left. Raiola, hands extended, takes the thigh-high snap, slings an out-cut right, two-handed Gratchen. Nyron Bonner drags a defender short of a first. Brought down right flat at the 45 of Nebraska by Jaquan Sanks. 4th and 2.
Yeah,
on the wrong side of the 50, DB.
Yeah, I think you have to punt this. There's no sense. I know Dylan and those guys want to go for it. Send the punt team out.
We got to play this one smart. That's what Coach Roll will do, forcing a punt. And Archie Wilson comes out about 2 yards shy of that first down.
You get a one-on-one, you expect to break a tackle. Now you got to go play defense.
Manny Covey back deep for Cincinnati at the 10. Snap to Archie Wilson, runs out to the left, puts the nose of the football down, a banana ball spinning, and the Kansas City Knight, far right numbers, fair catch, wave for, and collected at the 14-yard line of Cincinnati. A 41-yard boot with no return off the foot of the Australian. 4:11 left in the third, 13-10 Nebraska.
Yeah, big drive here for Nebraska defensively. Got to clean up some things. You had some liberal substitutions last time out. I think they'll get back to the basics here. Going back with Nash and Keona Davis, which in my opinion, I think has been one of the better combinations, and you're playing Winari out at the end.
Good sign. Keona Davis back on the field. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Their own 13 right to left. Loaded pistol. Sorsby takes the snap. Handoff. That's Tawi Walker. An excursion up the numbers across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Gain of 4 yards. Make that was Chance Williams, the third-string running back who takes the carry. And a gain of 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for the Bearcat 18.
Well, this is the same play over. This is just off-tackle lead. Nebraska's trying to what we call slice it and fit. Nebraska's getting out leveraged right here.
Pistol set, Sorsby. Cincy 18, right hash snap. Fake a toss sweep. Passes batted down. Deshaun McCullough batted that one in the air. Could have possibly been picked off the deflection. If so, it would have been a pick 6.
Yeah, we wanted to get greedy, didn't we? 1 + 5 would have been 6. That old McCullough's seen it. Really good athleticism. They had the flat route defended as well. Now you got to get off the field here. Big down.
Cincy DB just 1 of 6 on 3rd down. 3rd and 5 at the 19.
You're going to get a two-way go here from Sorsby. Perimeter, run, pass option here. Probably to the field.
Slot left, single man right. Cyrus Allen in the slot to the left. Williams motions out of the backfield left. They fake the swing pass. Sorsby steps up. Troubling pocket. He's surrounded. The black shirts got him and bring him down right at the line of scrimmage at the 19.
Really good pass rush discipline. It doesn't show up as a sack for Van Poppel, but he's playing with good leverage, knows where Keona Davis is. This tandem has been pretty effective, in my opinion, for Nebraska. We'll see what the film says, but right now I like those two on the interior as Nebraska gets their 3rd 3 and out.
It was Van Poppel the first one there, and then the party would join. Barney back deep near the Husker 32. Max Fletcher rolls to his right. End over end punt. Collects landfall at the 39. Rolls near right numbers. Angles to the sideline near the 33 of Nebraska. That's where it's going to be touched down. So the defense, after a 48-yard punt, DB, they answer the call. Does that black shirt defense with 2:38 in the 3rd?
Yeah, it's a good stop, right? It's a complementary game. Offense has to help the defense out and vice versa. Special teams doing their part. Now the offense again gets a chance with the ball to make it a 2-score game.
Pioneers proud to partner with Iowa and Nebraska for the Pioneer Heroes game to recognize and celebrate local heroes. Nominate your hero today at Huskers/hero. 2:38 to go, 3rd quarter, 13-10 Nebraska. Huskers left to right. At the Nebraska 33, ball right hash. Barney in motion right to left. They toss it to him on the jet sweep. Speed to the outside left. There he goes! Barney gets tripped up just across the 45, tumbling down to the numbers at the 46 of Nebraska. Oh, man, fingertips got him.
How about the timing? We talked about the hand sweep in the pregame, and there is Barney hitting the crease. Boy, the deuce almost got loose. Ooh, tiger shoestrings, young fella.
Big Medica first down, and that ball came out after the forearm hit the ground, so no fumble for Barney. Sets up the Huskers 1st and 10. Nebraska 46, left hash, left to right, white top, scarlet pens. 2 wide each way. Raiola with Johnson off his right hip, takes the snap, pumps left, dumps it over the middle, caught underneath by Emmett Johnson, makes the chest high grab, and he's bouldered down to the earth. Big hit by linebacker, that was Jack Dingle. It's a short gain to the 48 of the Huskers. 2nd and 8. That jet sweep of 13 yards for Barney just got caught at the ankles, or else you're talking 6. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 here for the Huskers at their own 48. Dane Key in motion right to left. Delayed handoff off the snap. Johnson got submarine head over heels at midfield. Jaquan Sanks at that deep star position for Cincinnati. No gain, just shy of midfield. Presents a 3rd down and 6 for Nebraska.
Hey, Bearcats showing some resolve here. Nebraska's got 2 pullers. Cincinnati fitting in the run game here.
Late sub coming out for the Bearcats. For the Huskers, 7 of 13 on third down. A 3rd and 6 at midfield, left hash, empty shotgun set. 3 wide right, 2 to the left. Snap to Raiola, looks left, pocket crumbles, steps up, acres of space, middle of the field, 50, left side numbers, 45, tumbles down, shoulder pad first, outside the numbers at the 41 of Cincy, gets up, signals first down, DR 15, picks it up with his legs, a big Medica first.
Yeah, make mental note of that. Husker fans are breathing a sigh of relief, kind of anecdotally. You got to have one of those a game. There will be 8 or 9 key ones on the year that he'll have to pick up with his legs.
Gain of 9 on the scramble. Mekhi Nelson is the single back from the Cincinnati 41. 13-10 Huskers. Final seconds, third quarter. Nebraska does not have to run a play, and they will not.
This is the end of the third quarter.
Big drive continues. A big 9-yard scramble for number 15. Keeps the heartbeat thumping. Left hash, 3 wide, slot to the left. Lindenmeyer offset left at the tight end. Barney in motion left to right. Snap to Raiola, slip screen left, two-handed catch by Hunter up the numbers. Can't shake loose of the grasp of the Bearcat defender at the 35-yard line. Minimal gain there for Hunter. Will be a gain of 6.
He's slippery when wet, isn't he? You watch him all fall camp. He breaks a ton of tackles. He's physical. He's a good-sized guy, not a big guy. But he runs behind his pads. You better make sure you get him to the ground.
Jonathan Thompson on the tackle. 2nd and 4. Bearcat 35. 30 seconds into the 4th. 2 wide left. Lindenmeyer in motion left to right. Snap to Raiola. Looks right. Surveys back left. Pats the feet in a good pocket. Slides left to the numbers. Floats one left sideline. Throws it away near the 18. Was under pressure. Brian Sims collapsing upon the sophomore signal caller. And a 3rd down and 4 now at the Bearcat 35.
Yeah, since he just rushed in 3, they've got 8 for a 5-man pattern. They'll take those numbers.
Well, we know the issue in one-score games, DB, in the past that's come up a lot with this Nebraska program over the last couple of years.
Coach Rowe probably right now is thinking, that's not our burden to bear, KC.
Bearcat 35, spread it out with 4 wide, 2 and 2. Snap to Raiola, back pedals in 3. Pats the feet, slings it underneath left. Caught by a crossing Ja'Cory Barney, made the catch, twisted down for a first down just inside the 30, right at the 30-yard line. Moved the sticks with a Medica first down.
Yeah, really critical. Write that one down. I get it. Just under the 14-minute mark. But those are the plays you have to make as Nebraska moves to 9 of 15 on 3rd down.
Efficient on 3rd down. Last year, 42%, just 10th in the Big Ten. Up 13-10, 13-40 here in the 4th. Snap to the +3. Off a play fake, Raiola drops the throw. Backside pressure, slings one in the flat right. A one-handed gather by Emmett Johnson made the catch of the 30, and he was shouldered down to the earth. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, really good job of getting rid of this one. You almost felt like Dillon didn't feel the pressure. He gets rid of it in just enough time. Cincinnati doing a good job of tackling in the open field.
Christian Harrison, the former Tennessee Volunteer, the son of Rodney Harrison, made the tackle.
Yeah, he doesn't have any problems with toughness, I can tell you that.
Huskers by a field goal, 2nd and 10 at the +30. Raiola empties the backfield, 3 wide left, solo man right, Lindenmeyer the tight end right. Thigh-high snap, Raiola slings one right, caught by Lindenmeyer, breaks the initial tackle, trudges up the right sideline, grinds, fights, gets to the 11 out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Huskers.
Yeah, he's vitamin C. And it's not just because he's good for your health. He just is pretty complete. He can do just about everything from the tight end position. And now Nebraska has to be thinking 6, not 3. 6.
Gain of 19 for the Medica first down. Just outside the 10. You get a first down at the 1, right hash at the 11. 3 receivers, wide side left. Johnson saddled right hip of Raiola. Takes the belt tie snap, back and 1. Zips one over the middle, caught the 8. Emmett Johnson made the catch, twisted down at the 6-yard line, just outside the number. Tackle by Jack Dingle.
I'm pretty impressed with Dillon's poise, right? Outside of, again, the 1 scramble, the presence in the pocket has been good, and he's taking what they give him, which I think is a big step in this deal.
Which lent itself to a high completion percentage down the stretch last year. Single back, Mekhi Nelson. Second down from the 6. Handed off in an end around to Aaron Bonner. Right side edge. Oh, he's blistered down to the earth. Big hit at the 5-yard line, trying to turn the corner on a left to right end around. Big hit from Xavier Williams as Bonner, DB, comes up hobbling to the sideline.
Yeah, Cincinnati's had a few ankle biters, right? Coming in low. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of those kinds of tackles. I mean, you knock yourself out.
It was Logan Wilson went underneath, and that ball actually popped out and then rolled out of bounds, but it goes back to where that ball came free.
It's not like he's playing a puller, man. Let's play ball.
Ball at the 5 right hash. Harburg in motion left to right. Now Bailey's back left. Snap to Raiola. Handoff. Here's Johnson. Fights his way up the middle. He got some positive traction, maybe a yard, DB. So that's 4th and 3 at the 4-yard line of Cincinnati. What do you think?
Yeah, knowing Coach Rule's personality, I think he's going for it. He's going to go for what he thinks may be the kill shot, and if not, they're going to line it up and play defense. He's going to go.
Last year, just 16th in the Big Ten, 39% conversion rate on 4th down, 0 of 1 tonight. 4th and 2, Cincinnati 3. Right hash. Raiola shotgun set. Johnson saddled left. 2 receivers left. 2 tight ends. Raiola takes a snap. Play fake. Zings one back left to the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown. Back line of the end zone. He fired it over the middle. And Nebraska has 6.
Easy breezy.
Dane Key over the middle. Made the catch on the slant. Fling that thing over the middle on a chest-high corral on the slant, and it was caught for the touchdown, and Dane Key has 6.
For those of you in the 80s, give me the keys. I'll drive. A little weird science. Easy play fake, the motion to Harburg. He's number 6. Give me all of them.
13 plays, 67 yards over 7 minutes. Kunanen. For the point after, snap back, hold us down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. This drive summary sponsored by 10-yard run-up, end-over-end kick. And hurdles down on the first eye in Cincinnati, end zone left. Touchback. This big drive here for Cincinnati. We saw the response from Nebraska, and you can hear now this crowd really get into it. And Elijah Judy leading the charge, his hands above his head, saying, "Get loud."
Yeah, he's got to really answer the dinner bell here. Got a chance to, again. You kind of smell blood in the water. You got to figure out, is it barbecue or mildew? Let's eat.
10:36 remains. Big defensive drive for Nebraska. 20-10. Huskers lead at the 25. 2 stacked right, single man left. Sorsby out of the gun. Takes the high snap. Handoff. Tommy Walker steers left, turns the edge. Has a minimal alleyway across the 30. Cam Lenhart avalanches him down at the 36. Gain of about 11 there, or I should say a gain of 7 there on the ground.
That's where you pull your hair out. You fit the run game correctly, and it's still a game.
Snap for the 31 of the Bearcats. Handoff Walker over left tackle. Drags Donovan Jones on a spin across the 35. Drags tacklers for a first. Inside the numbers at the 40-yard line. And that'll be a Cincinnati first down. Move the chains with 10 minutes to play. No huddle look for Sorsby in the offense. Down 10. 3 wide right. Solo left. Snap to the left hash. Off play action. Tucks and runs middle of the field. 45 across midfield. Sorsby. Second level and beyond. 35-30. Gives himself up along the right hash. Inside the Nebraska 30. We'll see where he gave himself up. Back near the 30-yard line. A big rip from Sorsby on the ground.
Again, you got to tackle out of the. If you want to play 3 safeties, you've got to get guys to the ground.
Husker 30-yard line, snap to Sorsby, handoff right. Here's Walker, bursts up the right side numbers. Rex Guthrie grabs him by the ankles, tugs him down inside the 20, down to the 19. That previous play was a gain of 29. That's a gain of 13 yards. Quickly to the ball, down 10 points. Cincy left to right, 9-10 to play. Husker 19-yard line. Shotgun snap Sorsby. Quick stop route left. Jeff Caldwell makes the catch. Holding on for dear life is Andrew Marshall on that left boundary of the offense. Brought him down to the earth at the 15-yard line on that quick hitter.
I really like the interior combination of Van Poppel and Davis right now. Nebraska getting some guys some rest. Got to hang on here.
Ball at the 15 of the Huskers. Evan Pryor, the single back left. 4 wide, 3 to the right. Left hash snap to Sorsby. Drops it 3. Looks right. Airs it out. Back right of the end zone. Cyrus Allen had it broken up by Malcolm Hartzog in the back right corner. He came in late. Jarred that ball free. An emphatic incompletion sign from the nickel, Malcolm Hartzog.
Yeah, really good job by Mississippi's finest, playing through the hands, and he didn't panic. Beat on the initial move. Stayed with it.
Cyrus Allen limping off the field, the intended target, one of the top receivers for Cincy. 3rd down and 6. Husker 15, 20-10 Nebraska. This crowd is as loud as it's been all night. 5 wide, 3 to the right. Snap to Sorsby, drops in 2. Backside pressure comes, steps up, tucks in 1 left, 15. 10 has a first down and angles out of bounds. Deshaun McCullough runs him out near the 5. It will be a first down. They'll say he's out at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Cincinnati.
Yeah, just the second 3rd down conversion, and it's a biggie. Got to blow your necks here. You haven't given up any points yet. Got to force the field goal attempt. This one's about mental maturity.
Sorsby now over 70 yards rushing on the night.
And Nebraska going big as Van Poppel comes back into the game.
1st and goal off the 7. Pistol set for Sorsby. Left hash. Joe Royer in motion left to right. Off the snap and play fake. Dumps it underneath right. Caught by Joe Royer. Turns the end to the 5. Lunges out as Andrew Marshall drags him down from behind at the 1-yard line, just shy of the pylon. 2nd and goal at the 1 for Cincy.
Yeah, unbelievably difficult play for Marshall in the open. Favorable spot. Well, I don't know. He's not inside the 1. I don't love that spot at all. It's a game of inches.
At the 1 right hash. 2 wide left, 1 to the right. Single back Pryor. Pistol snap. Sorsby turn left. He keeps, tucks and runs, powers over the center. Sorsby's in for a Cincinnati touchdown, and they're right back in it. What a response to silence the crowd here in KC with 7:15 to play. It's now 20-16 Nebraska. What a drive for the Bearcats.
Yeah, too easy. I get the fresh legs and rotating bodies, but Nebraska's going to have to settle into a defensive line rotation because there's clearly been effective and ineffective up to this point.
Steven Wozniak for the PAT, 9 plays, 75 yards, and a quick 3:21 with turbo tempo pace. Wozniak's point after is up, and it is good. So just like that, the offense has awoken for Cincinnati here in the second half. A pair of second-half touchdowns as Sorsby able to run it in once again for 6. The approach drives that left leg through. Short end-over-end kick, returnable for Williams at the 7. Up the left hash, cuts right to the 15. Stutter steps in a crowd, and he's swarmed under. Got a whole lot in the kick return game tonight. Gets it to the 18. A run back of 11 yards for Kenneth Williams. So the Huskers DB start inside their own 20 here with 7:09 to go, up 3.
And it's interesting, too. You know, the last couple of series have allowed the rushing yards to creep up for Cincinnati. Nebraska had done a really good job for 2.5 quarters. You get a little leaky, and Cincinnati stays on the gas, and all of a sudden you've got a different game.
Offensive line from left to right, Pritchett, Lutowski, Evans, Spindler, and Prohaska. Husker 18, empty shotgun set, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Raiola takes the snap, 3-man rush, blitzers come, slings it out, cut left, caught by Lindenmeyer, makes the grab out in front of his chest, and lunges forward across the 25 to the 26. You hear the Luke chants, Taden Barnes on the tackle.
Yeah, Sunday Luke's a really good player, and he'll eventually get paid to play on Sundays, and he's been big tonight. Steady Eddie.
High percentage throw, a gain of 8 to the Husker tight end. Lindenmeyer now 5 grabs, that a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Husker 26. Johnson saddle left of Raiola. 3 wide, 2 receivers tight right. Left hash snap. Raiola drops in one. Slings one right. Caught and out. Dane Key outside the numbers. He's upended after he picks up a Medica first down. Tumbled down at the 35-yard line of Nebraska in a fresh set.
How about the accuracy? Nice footwork from Dylan. It looks like an easy throw. He sets his feet on the speed out. And that's accuracy, allowing your receiver to run after the catch because of the ball placement.
Matthew McDoom on the open field tackle. Big thing here, DB. Clock continues to churn inside 6 to play. Gain of 9.
Yeah, you need a 4-minute drive here from here on out.
Huskers 20, Cincinnati 17. Right hash of the Husker 35. Snap to Raiola for the pattern. Drops the throw, wings one wide left. Coming back to make the catch at the 43 is Isaiah Hunter's had a really big night. Came all the way back to make a two-handed grab and shuffle out of bounds.
Yeah, you want to see an NFL caliber arm. Watch a guy go from hash to sideline effortlessly on a comeback.
Gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Clock now rolls. 5:28 to play. 3 receivers wide side right. Snap to Raiola. Handoff. Johnson bounces off one. Fights his way up the left hash. Grinds across the 45 to the 47. Move the chains again. A Medica first down. And again that clock churns. Cincinnati has all 3 timeouts. 5:10 remains. And Nebraska up 3.
Now you want to be deliberate, but you certainly don't have to be in a hurry.
Play clock still at 22. Expect them to drip this thing down. They're going to huddle up. Emmett Johnson 1 yard off his second career 100-yard rushing performance. He's the single back from the Husker 47. Snap to Raiola, handoff Johnson, angles left, spears up the left side hash, over 100 for EJ. Emmett Johnson has his second career 100-yard rushing performance across midfield to the 48-yard line of Cincinnati. Gain of 5 on first down.
On his 24th carry. It has been workmanlike, as that puts him right around 4.5 per.
Big night for Emmett Johnson.
He wants the ball, too. He's got the old spoon feed me gesture.
4 minutes to play, 2nd and 4. Cincinnati 47 left hash. Raiola out of the gun. Johnson saddled left. Takes a snap. Raiola back to pass. Looks left, slings it left. Twisting catch. Emmett Johnson makes the grab and then submarined at the ankles. Traven Gola-Kallard made the lunging hit at the 45 of Cincinnati.
Boy, these DBs like to come in low, don't they?
Sure do.
I mean, his back is to you. Like, feel free to deliver a shot.
The short pitch and catch of 2 yards.
How that drives me crazy.
We've already seen Janiron Bonner go down on a similar hit.
Well, they can't see you coming. There's just no need.
3rd down and 2, Cincy 45. Key motions right to left, snap to Raiola. Handoff Johnson, bullies his way over left guard and maneuvers his way forward for a first. This is the exact drive you needed, DB, to the 42 of Cincinnati. Another Medica first down. When do you use timeouts here?
Yeah, and another minute, and they get to the magic mark. I said you wanted 4 minutes from the 6:50 mark, and here they go.
Well, you have the 2-minute timeout as well. Cincinnati still has 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, Coach Rule wants to make him spend one, and you know Holgerson's in no hurry.
Play clock still at 10. 20-17 Nebraska. 2:40 and the clock tumbles. 42 of Cincinnati. Shotgun snap to Raiola. Toss it on the jet sweep left to right. Barney tries to turn the edge and can't. He's smothered by Jalen Hunt. Make that Marquez Parker on the edge. 45.
Timeout.
That's a tough block for Prohaska trying to reach a 6 technique.
30 seconds in length.
Really tough block for him. He's already outside of you.
We'll say a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. So that first timeout, now the clock becomes more prominent here. First of 3 timeouts. You have 2 remaining plus the 2-minute timeout here.
Yeah, what Coach Satterfield is probably hoping for is a minimal gain, then the quick timeout. Then you may let it go till the 2-minute. But it depends on where they are field-wise.
38th play in Cincinnati territory of the 75 run tonight. Dan Holgerson's offense.
Nebraska comes back with 2 runs. In essence, it could only take off about 6 seconds and then he lets it run until the 2-minute too. I'll be curious to see when Coach Satterfield uses the third timeout on the front end of the 2-minute, but how quickly, or how quick, I should say.
Both teams back on the field with 2:30 to play. 2 timeouts for Cincinnati. Ball at the Bearcat 44, right to left for Nebraska, holding on to a 20-17 lead. Into the backfield with Johnson, 3 receivers left. Raiola takes a snap, 5-man rush, back to pass. He's swallowed up and sacked. Brought down, and of course a timeout will be used. Raiola brought down back across midfield to the 48. Jake Golday brings him down for the sack.
Timeout.
Interesting play call there to put it in the air. I mean, you forced him to use a timeout anyway, but you don't gain any ground yardage-wise.
Now are you just thinking draw here,
yeah, you've got to force them to use their last timeout.
Well, you also have the 2-minute timeout, so they might just save that for after the 2-minute timeout.
Well, they eat the 25 seconds.
Right. So, second timeout used. Cincinnati still has 1 more remaining. This drive was moving methodically in the plus territory. It's the 10th play coming up. Raiola tonight as well, DB, 13 of 41, a 78% completion percentage for Dillon.
Yeah, he's been efficient. Need a chunk here. Got to force him to use the timeout.
First down, you would need the Cincinnati 32.
Yeah, I don't think you're thinking first down here. I think you're thinking clock management and how Cincinnati can burn a timeout.
And Mitch Johnson in the backfield. He has 108 yards rushing tonight to the right of Raiola. At the Husker 48, takes a snap, back to passes Raiola. Looking deep, just swings it underneath right, caught by Emmett Johnson, stays in bounds across midfield, and he's smothered at the 46-yard line outside the numbers. And the clock stops at 2:16, so Cincinnati burns that third and final timeout before the 2-minute timeout.
Well, that is trust in your passing game. If that ball hits the ground, they bagged the timeout before the 2-minute warning.
And that's putting a lot of confidence in your sophomore quarterback that he's going to find that high percentage throw, and he did. So you got 16 minutes before the 2-minute timeout, and Archie Wilson will come out to try and pin Cincy deep here. When you look at the leg of Steven Rusnak for Cincinnati and what he could possibly do here in this spot in terms of, he's got a 54-yarder as a career high against Gardner Webb, so he's got a pretty big leg.
Yeah.
Manny Covey back deep inside the 10. And Archie Wilson, the Australian, will punt, trying to pin him deep. And one punt that was pinned inside the 10 earlier tonight. Snap is clean. Wilson holds on to it. 1 step forward, nose of the football down, end-over-end boot to the far right sideline. And that goes out of bounds inside the 10. We'll see where that crossed the sideline right at the 9-yard line. So a second punt inside the 10 at the 9. 45-yard boot. All right, so essentially, DB, for Cincinnati, you got, to get at least in field goal range, you got 2 timeouts, or I should say 1 timeout with a 2-minute timeout. Down 3.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what the passing style. You're not a drop back team. It's usually off of some sort of run action or motion. Will Sorsby be in straight drop back mode?
Long for Rusnak is 54. But Cincinnati all the way back at their own 9, left to right, 5 wide, empty shotgun set, 3 receivers, bottom side right. 3 down linemen for the Huskers. Sorsby amidst the wall of sound, takes a snap, 4-man rush, tucks and runs, middle of the field, 10, 15, dives headlong, gives himself up 2 yards shy of the first at the 17-yard line, a gain of 8 on the run. That'll bring us to the 2-minute timeout. 4 wide, 2 to each side. Snap back to Sorsby, looks left, curl route left, caught at the 20-yard line. Cyrus Allen, who was shaken up earlier, made the catch, sprints along the numbers to the 31-yard line, and a Cincinnati first down. Gain of 14. No huddle for the Bearcats, down a field goal. Clap for the snap. Sorsby back to pass. Looks left, flips one over the middle, incomplete. Trying to find a crossing Joe Royer, who was covered by Javen Wright. The star tight end could not make the catch at the 40-yard line of Cincy. 2nd and 10.
Fortunate to get that one back as Nebraska's going to go their version of nickel here. Shavers out, Donovan Jones in.
Two high safeties, Singleton, Buford. Ball at the 31 of Cincy, left to right. 2 wide each way. Sorsby takes the chest-high snap. Only a 3-man rush. Spirals one left. Comeback, making the catch. Cyrus Allen short of the 40-yard line to the 39. Donovan Jones in coverage and the tackle presents a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. Clock churns. 90 seconds to play. Turbo pace here for Cincy. Ball at the 39 of the Bearcats and a false start. That's left tackle Joe Cotton.
You can't get lazy here with your pass rush. You know, you get a little sloppy, you lose a little lane integrity, and you get creased in the quarterback run game off a scramble.
This Big 12 crew, David Alvarez, wait the call. You can hear this crowd again.
False start. Offense, number 50, 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down. This foul includes a 10-second runoff. Please reset the game clock to 1:16, please. 1:16. The clock will start on my signal.
Now with no timeouts, DB, you have no choice but to take that 10-second runoff. You're Cincinnati. Minute 16 to go. A 3rd and 7. 34-yard line of Cincinnati. 2 wide each way. 2 safeties up high for the Huskers. Press coverage on the far side. Sorsby takes the left hash snap. Only a 3-man rush. Sips it out, cut left. And that is broken up. Donovan Jones broke it up at the 40. Trying to find Cyrus Allen on an out cut near the 40-yard line. This is essentially the game. 4th down and 7.
Listen to this crowd.
20-17 Huskers. Game on the line. 4th and 7. Timeout. Matt Rule will take it. Wants to talk this over. Use 1 of their 2 remaining.
Timeout. Nebraska. Their 2nd of the half. 30 seconds in length.
Everything on this play right now, DB. 4th and 7. Are you settling back with a 3-man rush here? What are you sending after Sorsby?
So I'm probably going to go +1 or +2 pressure. I think you play some real snug man, but I think you've got to get after the quarterback. If I'm Coach Butler, Coach Holders, or Coach Rule, again, pass rush, lane integrity. If I'm an A-gap rusher, stay in A-gap. Don't cross face, don't do too much. Collapse the pocket and play defense.
Added element of the ability of Sorsby to take off. 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. He's at 85 on the ground. Game on the line. 69 seconds left. 4th and 7. Bearcats to try and keep this game alive from their own 34. They need the 41. 2 wide each way. Sorsby shotgun set. Pryor single back right. Snap to Sorsby. 3-man pressure. Settles in the pocket. Zings one left. It's caught. Left sideline. 1st down. Cyrus Allen comes back to make the catch at the 46-yard line. And a 1st down.
Yeah, that's where they want to go. They're just working a slot, a little speed out. It's on time.
Ball at the 46 of Cincy. Left to right. 20-17 Nebraska. Snap to Sorsby. 1-step drop, tucks and runs. Has a lane, left side edge, across midfield, shoved out of bounds by Marquise Buford, a few yards shy of the sticks to the 46 of Nebraska, but gets out of bounds, DB. 59 seconds on a stop timer.
Again, no hero ball. If I have contain on a pass rush, keep contain.
You need about the 36-yard line if you're Cincy. Career high 54 for Steven Rusnak. That's a career high. 2nd and 2. Husker 46. 3 wide right, 1 to the left. Sorsby corrals the snap. Another three-man rush. Zips one near right. Incomplete. Nobody home. The ball skitters down incomplete at the Husker 30. Caleb Goody was running a go route, and Sorsby threw an out cut. 54 seconds remain, a 3rd and 2. You think about picking this up, maybe spike it real quick?
Yeah, this is I don't think you can run the football unless it's quarterback scramble.
3rd and 2, 46 of the Huskers. Sorsby shotgun set, 4 wide, 3, bottom side right. Sorsby leans in, takes a snap. Quarterback run left, sweeps the edge, has a first down outside the numbers. Clock stops momentarily at the 43 of Nebraska. 50 seconds on a stop timer. Once those chains set, clock runs.
Yeah, content to keep the ball in their best player's hands, and that's Sorsby.
Huskers up a field goal. Quickly to the ball. Husker 43. Left hash snap to Sorsby. Backpedals the throw. Spirals one left. Overshoots his man. And a flag comes in on Malcolm Hartzog. 11 yards downfield at the 32. Cyrus Allen was the intended target.
Yeah, you're hoping for a hold and not PI, but they'll get him with PI, I think, here.
41 seconds left. Hartzog was tangled up with Allen.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense number 7, 10-yard penalty, and automatic first down.
Yeah, somewhat of a break with the holding there, DB, but
Yeah, you save 5 yards, but you're within field goal range now. I watched him hit 54, 55, 56 yards.
it's about 51 from this spot if they don't get another yard. 41 seconds. Husker 33, Bearcats left to right. 2 receivers each way. Sorsby leans in, takes the snap, backpedals the throw. Blitz picked up. Ayers went out deep right sideline. 50-50 ball. It's picked off. The black shirts with the dagger. Malcolm Hartzog with a giant pick seals the night for the Big Red.
That's why you stay in the moment, KC. You don't lick your wounds. You don't pout. You come back. You make them snap it again. And Hartzog seals the deal.
8th career INT right at the goal line. It was a go route. And a big explosion of sound from the sea of Big Red on the game-sealing pick from Malcolm Hartzog. It's the senior.
It's just mental toughness. Been easy to pout. Didn't love the call. He didn't like the call. But you stay right where you're at.
It was Caleb Goody on the go route down the right sideline. DB, they were in field goal range to tie the game.
Absolutely. And for a guy that's off the line his entire career, 9 career interceptions, seems like a lot.
Sometimes it's never
Timeout.
easy.
Nebraska.
And tonight was anything but.
Timeout of the half.
They got to learn to win games like this. It's part of the maturation process, KC. You had a chance to extend it to a 2-score lead twice to no avail. You're playing complementary defense. Your defense bails you out. Your special teams pens you deep. You use the clock relatively well. And then you make an opportunistic play. We've seen them not on several occasions.
And it was a backpedaling, tumbling pick at the goal line from Malcolm Hartzog. Using every bit of that 5'9" frame to go up high and win away that 50-50 ball. And that'll seal the night. Victory formation. The best words in football. At the 20, Viola takes a snap, takes a knee, and it's a Big Red victory on night 1 of the 2025 season. The Huskers with the final seconds ticking away. The team spill out onto the field. Final score, Huskers 20, Cincinnati 17. It took everything this team had, and the difference, Malcolm Hartzog and the Black Shirts come up big with a takeaway late.
That's just really good poise. Backs against the wall. How many times have they not made a play in situations like this and they get the one they needed tonight.
Fireworks blare, DB, behind both video boards to our left and our right. What a scene, what a finish. These are those games that are gritty.